I'm a man of my word. Come on, I want you to do it, come on, hit me. Come on, hit me.
Awesome. That and that and that. Cool. Proudly sponsored by Street Stylin' Car Detailing. Website link in the description below. Hey guys, iRacerGT here. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're well. And to all of my subscribers, thanks for waiting for so long. And also thank you to my new subscribers. I'm really happy about that. And yeah, it's just really good to have you along. And if you're new to the channel and you love racing, why not hit the big red button and the bell, and that way you'll get notifications every time I upload. We're kicking off a brand new exhibition series, season 2, and some friends and I have decided to form a group or a team. We've all gone with Chevy. Team SS, Street Stylin' Car Detailing. This is a business that's owned by my friend Furby, and we'll have a look at the suits. We'll get Jad to model both of them, the GR4 and 3. This is the 3. That's Alf 27, you know Alf. Myself, I was lucky enough to be asked along, and of course the man, Fat Furby himself. This is his team. He's the captain, the glue that holds the group together when we're at each other's necks. Nah, only kidding, we're all good mates. And yeah, we'll have a quick look at the cars. It's Jad's car, Alf's car, I think it's probably the coolest one. My stupid Spider-Man car, and of course the man's car, Furby. It's his idea, it's his team, and you know, like I said, I was pretty happy to be asked along. And yeah, let's have a quick look at this thing in VR, have a bit of a walk around it. When I was recording this, you don't actually walk around, obviously, you use the controller, and I was losing balance a lot and almost falling over. And yeah, you can have a bit of a look at it. It feels like you can almost get in it. And we've got all our names on the side on each of our cars. Scoot down there and have a look at the rims, nice and deep. Trying to work our way around without falling over. The DSR logo on the back, Daddy Sim Racer, Fat Furby's YouTube channel. Yeah, it feels like you can just reach out and touch that wing. And yeah, you see the Team SS logo, Street Stylin' Car Detailing, that's Furby's business. With the G Technic logo, that's the paint protection that he uses for the cars. And how's that? I mean, there's a guy that loves racing, builds great liveries, and at the same time also has a business that focuses on making cars look Mickey Mouse. And like I said, he uses all the best equipment and material. And yeah, if you're in Melbourne, why not check him out? Tell him iRacerGT sent you, I'd love that. You can see here on his website that he's got plenty of examples of interiors and exteriors. These are just a couple quickly. And yeah, he's located in Melbourne. You can also contact him on his website. Also, DSR and I have been discussing the idea of forming a community for a while now, and just recently we've realised that we have formed a bit of a GT crew. Of course, at the top, my supporter, Daddy Sim Racer and sponsor. And then we have a crew of guys here that have YouTube channels that all race. Novice to Promise, that's Jad McNeil. He live streams his FIA events. GT Plus Racing, that's Rascal. He's put quite a bit of effort into his channel. In Exile GTR Sport, he's a terrific live stream. You can learn a lot from him. Very entertaining. Alpha Racing Team, these guys seem fairly receptive to what we've got going on over here at DSR and iRacerGT channel. We're certainly prepared to help out in any way. Boo Boo Racing. Now this guy is our England contact, and he had the first track cutting video out on Spa, so he's good for that type of thing, later stuff, and he races with Super GT and guys like that, so races that they don't post. And of course one that should be there that wasn't when I recorded it, that's Nitro. Sorry mate. Yeah, Nitro's had a channel for a while now, and he live streams his FIA events, and we all pretty much think that Nitro will probably win an FIA championship one of these days. And yeah, thanks for hitting me up on Messenger anytime. I am busy a lot, and that goes for the rest of the boys too. If you ever want to hit me up on Messenger or live chat, if you want to practice or something like that, if you want to get me to pronounce your name correctly when I do a video, or you might have a video idea or something, you can tell me all about it. Or you might want to get me to investigate something. That's what I'm here for, guys. So anytime. Alright, let's get the race going. Dive Bombers, Gain, Emriri, I think it is. Dude in 4th. We've got Unemployed Stoney in 5th, Yo Rocket in 6th.
Why so serious?
In 7th. What was it? Kez Audio, Chris Redbeard, GT Sushi, Blue Nut something. There's Dave O. I'll just call him Tom. Apex Predator Troy, WJ something. Doc Pop, Wanley, just call him Skippy. And Gingerbread Man, James Bond. Race nearly ready to start. And this is one of, I don't know, I did all 3 slots. And part of the reason why I haven't had any videos lately, guys, is because I've been a bit strapped for material. Unfortunately, what keeps happening is, and this is with every race, I think on this first series, or round 1, we're basically in all 3 slots. I got a penalty from behind on the first lap, and then I go back to last place on the second lap. Fortunately, in this particular race, I do happen to claw my way back. The reason why I say fortunately is because YsoSerious, he has a really good drive here, and yeah, I was happy to be able to do that on this particular occasion. Almost getting hold of 3rd place there. I'm just going to tuck back behind before we go into the tunnel. Guys all still together. Now we'll keep an eye on the bloke behind me. What's his name? Unemployable Bonghead. And you can see he's getting a little bit close. Now he wants to overtake me through the chicane. Great place to do it. Of course, I'm going to now get a penalty.
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Yeah, okay, so this, like I said, this race was no exception. Once again, penalty on the first lap, and I think this stems from, I mean, I don't know if unemployable bonghead is really that dirty. When you watch this race, you'll see that these guys are fairly rough, and I think that it's fairly obvious who the clean drivers are. But I think it, like I said, it probably stems from the idea of trying to make up as many positions as possible on the first lap while everybody's still together. And this is when obviously silly moves are made. So I'm now going to pit straight up on the first lap and get all that, try and get all that out of the way and serve out my penalty. Okay. Nice clean pass through the tunnel by the Joker. Now, we didn't know about Serious, but yeah, he stood out in this race to me as a very clean driver. And I've asked around, and all the boys say, no, I've never had any drama with him. Now you're going to see in this race he's got a bag of tricks, but no dirty tricks. And yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, DSR and I plan to promote good drivers, and you don't have to be a top level driver. If you're a good driver, a clean driver, and you've got courtesy. I mean, these guys stealing lines from underneath other drivers. I mean, I've never seen this before. I mean, obviously video games, but I think we're going away from that now a little bit. It's like the VR before. I forgot to mention, I mean, I can't wait until that's the normal thing and we can do all this in VR. Yeah, it's just a matter of knowing that there is a person behind the profile. Now, you're not just, I mean, some people might want to think about that before they go punting and stealing people's lines from underneath them. I mean, you certainly wouldn't do it in any normal real racing. Okay, so we've clawed back a couple of positions. We're on our way up. And that's WJF in front of us. Okay, Serious in 5th place. Still just making his way through.
She can't stand the sight of me.
I was talking to 6-7 Red, and he mentioned the fact that a lot of guys are quick over a lap, you know, like very fast in fact. But when it comes to actual racing, they've got no real craft at all. He got me to thinking. And he also mentioned that when you got two guys coming into a corner, when you've finished your braking and you go to turn, if the guy next to you is sitting in front of your front pillar, then, well, I mean, you got to let him go, and that's what they do. That's real racing, and this is how you stop incidents from happening. Yeah, thanks to Red for the
Little fight here. I like that.
yeah, thanks for the advice on fixing my sim rig position. and my steering wheel settings, because yeah, Seven Red and I both have the same rig and pretty much the same wheel. I'm new to sim racing, so I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah, thanks mate, it has helped a lot. Alright, so Sirius now closing in on the back of the Jag. I've noticed him going wide around that hairpin a couple of times because he's worried that they're going to punt him off, and only two right. Yeah, clever driving. Ways to survive.
Let's put a smile on that face.
Okay, so Sirius showing us what an actual clean pass looks like, guys.
So, I stick a razor in my mouth and do this.
All kinds of pressure now. Great driving. And once again you'll see he'll go wide because he knows. Otherwise he's got no problem down the straights with him, slipstreaming him. Okay, now you're going to see Chris Redbeard, in my opinion, pull a bit of a, yeah, well, not a good move. He's going to try and attempt to steal Sirius's line, and he pretty well did by knocking him out of the way. Pass one guy.
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
Yeah, a lot of guys don't like getting past. But yeah. Yeah, we can see here that he's certainly doing a very good job of dealing with the pressure. Flashing his lights, that was a bit of a dirty move. Now they're all onto him, and Riri on the outside pushes him across. Sirius isn't taking that, pushes back. Now they're going to push him wide, but he's going to pit now and get it all over with in one lap. Okay, so he's going to come out in 10th. Now he's going to fall back, obviously. A little bit more, he's giving us room. Right, now this guy has held me up now for about 3 laps. And this is interesting because, okay, someone's quicker than you, and the possibilities are that you're going to let the next group catch up when you could have let the guy pass, not dealt with the stress. It's early in the race still, and then you can benefit from the slipstream. But we're going to see an example a little bit later on of what happens when you do the right thing, when someone else has got more grip than you and they're faster than you are, and you open the door and let them pass without any problems. And I mean, you're going to see what happens. I mean, you effectively help the guy to use his speed and to go on to possibly win the race, and you would be a part of that, okay, instead of the alternative, which in most cases is not such a great idea. Now, I'm not saying to hand over wins, you know, but I mean, you got to look at the situation. I mean, there is such a thing as racecraft. And I mean, I've even thought about it after Red mentioned that. I thought, well, maybe I'm a one lap wonder. I certainly have been lately. But I mean, all these sort of things help you to lift your game a little bit. And another good thing to think about is study your crashing. Crashing will show you what you didn't do. And that's the thing that bike guys do, even amateur bike guys. They want to know why they crashed, you know, in order to have confidence so that you can get back on the bike again. But yeah, all the good stuff is in your crashes, guys. Okay, we're going to see Yo Rocket do a stupid thing here.
Look at me!
Not the greatest place to overtake or put pressure on. Not unless you want to give people penalties or stuff up other people's races. I couldn't imagine why you'd want to do that. So another thing to think about, guys, is that your competitors, and this is where some guys are just stupid or ignorant, your competitors are not your enemies. Your competitors are actually you, guys. I mean, they've got everything in common with you. They love everything you do. Now you think about that. If you want. It's an interesting concept anyway. Alright, so the Joker pulling another trick out of his bag. Another clean trick too, I might add. Straight past the guy in the tunnel again. Okay, so he's behind me now, and you're going to see... I mean, he's pulling the 41s when he can, when he's not getting pulled up. I'm sort of around the 43, 42 mark, 44 even. And at this stage of the game, I mean, obviously I pitted right at the start of the race. My grip, I mean, it's not shot or anything, completely gone, but I'm not that good for grip as like Serious is now, after obviously he pitted on the 7th, so I know he's faster than me. I'm just doing the best I can to get as smooth lines as I can. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'll let him pass as soon as I can find a place. And obviously I don't want to get caught up from the other guy behind Serious. That'd just make it easy because he'd pass me anyway. See Yo Rocket in the distance, he's pulled away that much already. You're going to see him pull right up around here. Here he comes. No bonehead move through the chicane. Nice and steady. Now I'm going to go wide to let him go, and he follows me, unfortunately. We hit the wall. But now I'm going to back off for a quick second.
Everything burns.
And Serious just give me an indicator there to say thanks. Letting me know he knows. And now, okay, so we'll see what happens when you let someone get past without holding them up. And like I say, he'd get past anyway, but you saw my situation earlier, a little bit of it. With the WJF guy, I think it was. And yeah, I mean, had that not happened, I probably would have got at least 1 or 2 positions more so, or at least ahead a fair bit more so I could finish better. And he ends up nowhere, which is usually the story. Okay, so I was able to benefit from a little bit of slipstream for a little while, but no more. He's gone. And when he's on his own, he's able to get the good lines. Yeah, great driving. Fast through the chicane. No way I can keep up. And we've got the 3 amigos still trying to figure out who wants to be second. With dive bombers. I mean, they've all swapped over. I mean, it's just, you know, I didn't really show up much, guys, because it's just a spectacle, really. It's not what you call good racing, and I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I wanted to show videos about racecraft and, you know, strategy and how blokes are psychologically in between rounds and all that sort of stuff. You know, the good stuff, not, oh, this bozo punted, this bozo punted this guy and this guy sideswiped this guy. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's getting a little bit old. Obviously up in the higher tier is, you know, where it's at. Yeah, you might lose a lot more, but at least they're clean. Be able to make some proper good videos.
I thought my jokes were bad.
Okay, so we're just cutting ahead now, nothing happening. Still grinding. Unemployed bonghead. No need to go wide that time. That Aston Martin sounds awesome. No traffic behind him. Yeah, that's how far back I am. Dive bombers back up the front again. Bonghead, unemployable. I mean, he's the guy that stuffed my race up at the beginning. And yeah, I don't think that it always works out for them this good, but oh well. In this instance, it has. Serious not too far behind the leaders. And we know he went back, what was it, 14th? About mid-race. So I mean, I reckon that's an unbelievable effort. You can see how much quicker he tore through the pack than what I did. Yeah, I got stuck behind the WJF guy. He didn't waste any time with him. He was able to find a way past much quicker. Slowly inching towards the Chris Beard guy. Now we're getting to the closing laps. These guys are all going to start getting edgy now. Bombers, oh yeah, that's right, there you go. Unemployed bonghead strikes again. And you can see the reason why the Joker decided to go wide around here, eh? Yeah, he knows. Already with a 1.5 second penalty, now 3 second penalty.
How about a magic trick? Ta-da!
Yeah, now 7.5 second one. Yeah, justice.
You'll find him and make him squeal. I know the squealers when I see them.
On the gas nice and early. Okay, so dive bombers. Which I don't know about dive bombers. I didn't really see him do anything. I never do, actually. But yeah, he won that. He had pole and he got that, and there we go. YsoSerious comes in 4th place. An absolutely awesome effort, considering. I mean, they got him through the chicane, same place they got me, and he was able to recover. So that's a great effort. I was happy to see him do that, actually. Very good. And the rest of the guys, no, who cares? They're all swappers anyway. And there we go. So yeah, congratulations to YsoSerious for that. And yeah, you can see that he's the gracious Joker to this guy. And I was pretty happy to make friends with him, and yeah, good to know you. Hook me up on party chat anytime, we'll practice. Alright, well, I mean, I don't know about round 2. I don't really have anything, but I do have lots of Sardinia stuff. And some auto polis or something. I can't pronounce it. See you guys.